What if a 5-year prison sentence didn't actually cost 5 years? What if it kept taking years long after you walked out the front gate? According to a growing body of research, that's exactly what may happen. And the numbers are far more disturbing than most people realize. A study, published in 2026 in the American Journal of Public Health, followed older Americans and found something difficult to ignore. People who had spent time in prison faced an 88% higher risk of dying prematurely than those who had never been incarcerated. Read that again. 88%. That's not a small increase, it's almost double. The researchers weren't simply comparing two completely different groups of people, either. They accounted for childhood health, education, economic background, and other disadvantages that existed long before anyone entered prison. Even after all of that, the gap remained. That suggests incarceration itself may leave a lasting mark. The study, led by Professor Carmen Gutierrez, drew its data from the Health and Retirement Study, one of the largest long-term projects ever created to understand how Americans age. It tracks thousands of people over many years, looking at why some stay healthier while others don't. When the researchers compared people with and without a history of incarceration, the difference was striking. On average, formerly incarcerated older adults were expected to live nearly 6 fewer years. For men between the ages of 50 and 75, the difference grew to almost 8 years. Think about that for a second. Not 8 years spent in prison. 8 years that may never be lived at all. Another study found something even more unsettling. Researcher Evelyn Patterson examined what happened after people left prison. She found that every additional year someone spent incarcerated was associated with roughly a 15.6% increase in the odds of dying after release. Put another way, each year served was associated with about a 2-year reduction in life expectancy on average. That's a remarkable finding, because it suggests the sentence may end, while the consequences continue. What's even more surprising is when the risk is highest. It isn't necessarily while someone is behind bars. For many people, the most dangerous period begins after they're released, during the months when everyone assumes they're finally safe. This research isn't just sitting on library shelves anymore. It's begun making its way into courtrooms. Attorneys now reference it in mitigation reports. Judges have cited parts of this growing body of research when considering sentences. Why? Because more experts are beginning to recognize that prison doesn't only punish someone during incarceration, it can shape their health for years afterward. Sentencing consultant Mark Allenbaugh points to problems that many correctional systems continue to struggle with. Too few staff. Medical units stretched beyond capacity. Mental health care that often can't meet demand. Preventive treatment that gets delayed or missed altogether. None of those problems sound dramatic on their own, but over months and years they add up. So what actually causes all this? Researchers don't think there's one simple answer. Most people who enter prison are already carrying burdens. Poverty, unstable housing, limited access to healthcare, trauma, addiction, chronic stress. Those problems don't suddenly disappear after an arrest. In many cases, incarceration makes them harder to manage. Medical conditions go untreated. Diagnoses happen later than they should. Prescriptions are interrupted. Stress becomes constant. Isolation becomes normal. And researchers are still trying to understand exactly what years of that environment do to the human body. Then comes release. Most people imagine that's where the story ends. For many former prisoners, it's where a completely different struggle begins. Finding a job with a criminal record. Finding somewhere stable to live. Rebuilding relationships that may have fallen apart years earlier. Getting consistent medical care. Trying to start over while carrying a label that follows you almost everywhere. Studies have found that formerly incarcerated people experience much higher rates of unemployment, financial hardship, food insecurity, and untreated physical and mental health conditions than the general population. The prison sentence ends. Life keeps demanding things anyway. And this affects far more people than most realize. According to the Prison Policy Initiative, roughly 3 out of every 4 people released from state prisons between 1991 and 2021 will be over the age of 50 by 2026. That's millions of Americans entering older adulthood while carrying the long-term effects of incarceration. What's surprising is that doctors rarely ask whether someone has ever been incarcerated. They routinely ask about smoking, alcohol, family history, diet, exercise. But incarceration history usually isn't considered, even though many researchers now argue it should be treated as an important social factor affecting health, alongside poverty, education, and access to medical care. So, how many years does prison actually take? There's no single answer. It depends on how long someone was incarcerated, their health before prison, and the care and support they receive afterward. But the research points in one clear direction. According to Evelyn Patterson's findings, Every additional year spent in prison was associated with roughly a 2-year reduction in life expectancy on average. Professor Carmen Gutierrez's research found that formerly incarcerated older adults were expected to live nearly 6 fewer years overall, with the gap approaching 8 years for men between 50 and 75. None of those years appear on a sentencing document. No judge ever reads them aloud. They're never counted as part of the punishment. But a growing body of research suggests that for many people, prison doesn't simply take years while they're inside. It may continue taking years long after the gates have opened. The sentence ends. The consequences don't always end with it. What if
Next time,
we're asking a simple question with a complicated answer? Who really runs a prison block? It isn't always the people carrying the keys. I'll see you there.